Welcome to HopeSpoke's psychoeducation video series. My name is Cambria Byro, and I'm an outpatient therapist here at HopeSpoke. Today, I'll be talking about suicide prevention. This can be a frightening topic to even think about, let alone discuss with others. Despite it being so scary to talk about, it affects so many people. Suicide takes the lives of over 48,500 Americans every year. Nearly 800,000 people die by suicide in the world each year, which is roughly one death every 40 seconds. Suicide is the second leading cause of death in the world for those aged 15 to 24. There is a big stigma about the conversation of suicide, but in order for us to continue towards the prevention of suicide, we gotta talk about it. Today's video will discuss what is suicide, what are some of the risk factors, what are some of the warning signs, and what you can do to help someone else or yourself. Suicide can affect anyone, as it does not discriminate. People of all genders, ages, and ethnicities can be at risk. Suicidal behavior is complex, and there really is no one single cause. However, we do know the risk factors. The main risk factors for suicide are depression, other mental disorders or substance use disorders, chronic pain, a history of suicide attempts, family history of a mental disorder or substance use disorder, family history of suicide, exposure to family violence, including physical or sexual abuse, presence of guns or other firearms in the home, having recently been released from prison or jail, and exposure, either directly or indirectly, to other suicidal behavior, such as that of a family member, peer, or some celebrities. Most people who have risk factors will not attempt suicide, and it is incredibly difficult to tell who will act on their suicidal thoughts. Although risk factors for suicide are important to keep in mind, someone who is showing a lot of warning signs of suicide may be at higher risk of danger and may need immediate attention. Stressful life events such as the loss of a loved one, legal troubles or financial difficulties, and interpersonal stressors like shame, harassment, bullying, discrimination, or relationship troubles may contribute to suicide risk. Family and friends are often the first to recognize the warning signs of suicide, and they can take the first step toward helping a loved one find mental health care treatment. Suicide is a major public health concern. In 2019, suicide was the 10th leading cause of death overall in the United States. Suicide is complicated and tragic, however, it is often preventable. Knowing the warning signs for suicide can help save lives. Warning signs that someone may be at immediate risk of attempting suicide include talking about wanting to die or wanting to kill themselves, talking about feeling empty or hopeless or having no reason to live, talking about feeling trapped or feeling that there are no other solutions, feeling unbearable emotional or physical pain, talking about being a burden to others, withdrawing from family and friends, giving away important possessions, saying goodbye to friends and family, putting affairs in order, such as making a will, taking great risks that could lead to death, such as driving extremely fast, and talking or thinking about death often. It is important to note that suicide is not a normal response to stress. Suicidal thoughts or actions are a sign of extreme distress, and they should not be ignored. If these warning signs apply to you or someone you know, get help as soon as possible, particularly if the behavior is new or has recently increased. Call the Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK. Or text the word hello to the crisis text line at 741-741. Both services are completely free and available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and all calls and texts are kept confidential. Contact social media outlets directly if you are concerned about a friend's social media post, and you can always dial 911 in case of emergency. If you are looking for more local support, Centerpoint Crisis Response has many options available. Centerpoint's helpline is 402-475-6695. If you are interested in speaking with someone face-to-face, walk-in crisis counseling is available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 1000 South 13th Street here in Lincoln. It's important during these times to practice self-compassion to help your emotions and feelings regulate. Kristen Neff, PhD, is widely recognized as one of the world's leading experts on self-compassion, being the first one to operationally define and measure the construct almost 20 years ago. In addition to her pioneering research into self-compassion, she has also developed an 8-week program to teach self-compassion skills in daily life, co-created with her colleague, Dr. Chris Germer, called Mindful Self-Compassion. Self-compassion is being able to show yourself patience and kindness, similar to how you would offer it to others. Self-compassion has 3 main elements that include self-kindness, common humanity, and mindfulness. Here is a self-compassion exercise recommended by Kristen Neff that you can practice right now. The exercise is called, How Would You Treat a Friend? Please take out a sheet of paper and answer the following questions. First, think about times when a close friend feels really bad about themselves or is really struggling in some way. How would you respond to your friend in this situation, especially when you're at your best? Please write down what you typically do, what you say, and note the tone in which you typically talk to your friends. Now think about times when you feel bad about yourself or are struggling. How do you typically respond to yourself in these situations? Please write down what you typically do, what you say, and note the tone in which you talk to yourself. Did you notice a difference? If so, ask yourself why. What factors come into play that cause you to treat yourself so differently than others? Please write down how you think things might change if you responded to yourself in the same way you typically respond to a close friend. This may feel silly at first, but self-compassion is one of the best gifts that you can ever give yourself. Why not try treating yourself like a good friend and see what happens? Here at HopeSpoke, we provide a comprehensive array of services designed to meet the mental health needs of those we serve, including crisis and residential care, extended day treatment, outpatient services, and school programs. For more information, call 402-475-7666. And be sure to check back in with HopeSpoke's video series for more information and education. We will have a new topic for each installment, so be sure to keep an eye out for future videos. Thanks, and bye for now.